No, he was the one that was most adamant about having this thing, and then he didn't let Denise know until yesterday that he wasn't going to be here. And so she's like, well, should I take him off of the program? I said, no. That's the part of the charm of being Mark Ballinger. Yeah. When are we going to do this? When are we going to do this? Oh man, I'm not going to be there. So. Anyway. All right. Does everybody have everybody that's supposed to be here? Okay. Well, it'll be a few minutes before we get to that part of it, so we'll go ahead and get started. Good morning. Welcome to the Springfield Fire Department Summer Promotional Ceremony. At this time, if everyone could please rise and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Good morning. Thanks to everyone who took time out of their days today to join us to celebrate the hard work of our people who are about to take on new positions and new responsibilities. This is an important day for many of us here, one where we as a brother and sisterhood there we go. As a rite of passage and also as a necessity in keeping those that we protect safe. We gather to acknowledge the accomplishments of 3 of our members who are taking on the new role of captain, and along with it, more responsibility within our department. I would like to thank Mayor Langfelder, Deputy Mayor Kathleen Alcorn, members of the press, even though they're not here, for attending today to help us honor those members that deserve our recognition. I want to thank the co-workers, friends, and family members who are in attendance as well. People outside the fire service don't always understand the sacrifices that our firefighter families make during the process of both self and organizational improvement. Whether or not it's time spent on preparing for the Firefighter 3 exam to become eligible to be promoted to driver engineer, taking classes to receive merit points for the captain's exams, or attending schools at IFSI or the National Fire Academy in Emmitsburg to hone your skills and tactics for when that promotion comes and the people who are looking you to lead them. Firefighters' families give up time spent with our people, and I and we as an organization would like to thank and acknowledge you for that. The willingness of the people in this room to allow our people to make themselves better at what they do personally makes my job easier and the lives of those we serve better. The time commitment involved is oftentimes substantial. Ours is a very competitive process. At times, one question can decide those who will and those who will not make the next rank in our department. At this time, I would like to allow Mayor Jim Langfelder an opportunity to address us all. Mayor?
Thank you, Chief. Appreciate the good work you do, as well as the command staff and all the rank and file of the fire department. But congratulations and thanks to the families of Daniel Higginson, John Hughes, and Jason Washam. We really appreciate this important step that you're taking in leadership within the fire department. And what's extremely important, this is what I do personally, when you're reaching that level or even throughout your career, you should always reflect back to when you first started as firefighters, the love and passion to serve others, because that's what it's all about. You know, we looked at our greatest resident, Abraham Lincoln, being the servant leader, and it's all about government of the people, by the people, for the people. And that's what we strive for here in Springfield, and we hope other communities, the state, and the country follow in Lincoln's footsteps, because when it's all said and done, that's what matters. And so today, you're taking that important step in leadership as captains of the fire department, and you'll blaze your own trail. You'll stand on the shoulders of those that have come before you. But what's important is you build on the strengths, and then you address the weaknesses to make the department stronger to better serve the public. And coming in this realm of post-pandemic tomorrow, and that's what it's all about. How do we change the services that we render to our citizens to better serve them in the future? Because nobody could have predicted what we just went through in the last 2 years, and we're still addressing that and trying to serve the public as best as we can. And you are the leaders of tomorrow. So you will set your own legacy, and again, it's important to reflect back to where you were, but we really appreciate your support for the fire department, and as importantly, the support for the residents of the city of Springfield and protecting them in every day that we serve the public. And again, thank you to the families for the sacrifices you make, because if it wasn't for your support, they would not be here today. So thank you very much, and congratulations.
Thank you, Mayor. For hundreds of years, the fire service has built a rich history. In the 2nd century, Rome started the very first fire brigade. In the early 1700s, this tradition was carried on in Paris during King Louis XIV's reign with the employment of some of the world's first pumpers. And later, the French Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte, who is credited with the first modern fire brigade. Bonaparte ordered a division of the French army to provide fire protection for Paris with 30 powerful manual fire pumps. At about the same time in the United States, the first full-time fire department was established in Philadelphia in 1736 by Benjamin Franklin. It was officially called the Union Fire Company. Finally, the creation of the first modern full-time fire department was formed on April 1st, 1853 in Cincinnati, Ohio. This organization featured the first professional fire department made up of 100% full-time employees. It is generally accepted that the modern-day rank and structure of the fire department can be traced back to the Civil War, where many of the influences to this structure occurred. The insignias in their meetings are universal firefighters, but generally, the public knows little of their significance. The rank and insignia is made up from the traditional fire service icon, the bugle. The bugle has significant importance in the fire service. In the early days of North American fire departments, orders were given on the fire grounds to troops by officers using a large brass device that resembles a megaphone. These ornate brass horns were often called bugles or speaking trumpets. It is commonly known that the person with the bugle hanging from their neck or shoulder was easily identified as the person who was in charge. Officers came to be identified with these objects, so a small pin in the shape of a bugle became the type of rank insignia for officers to be worn on their collar, hat, and helmet of their uniform. The more bugles on the collar, the higher the rank. This is an icon that is still used today, one that we will be placing on our people being promoted shortly. The tradition goes back through decades of fire service, and today, current personnel continue to utilize it and recognize its significance. The number of bugles represents the number of people in an officer's charge. Our drivers and engineers, which all of these people about to be promoted to just are coming from, had one bugle, as they often supervised one firefighter. Captains have two, as they generally supervise a crew of a driver, engineer, and a firefighter. No promotion can be complete without the pinning of the bugles. This is a significant in the promotional process since the bugle is the symbol of authority. The rank of driver engineer is represented by a single, captain 2, battalion chief 2 crossed, and so on and so on. These unique symbols to the fire service are representative of the duty, pride, and tradition, which are important principles that we strive to pass along to each new generation of firefighters. It is adorned on the collar and on the badge of all officers. As our people are pinned with the symbol of their new position and the responsibility, it is an opportune time to take a moment and recognize the rich history and tradition that goes along with the distinct responsibility of this rank. Today, we are promoting Dan Higginson, John Hughes, and Jason Washam to the rank of captain. Please come forward at this time. A captain ranks above a driver engineer and below a battalion chief. A captain is in charge of the specific fire station and a specific fire company. The captain is in charge of maintaining the station, ensuring that his crew is ready to respond, checking out his apparatus, and overseeing its readiness. The crew looks to the captain for leadership and guidance in both extreme life-threatening circumstances and also during those downtime of training and professional development. The captain sets the overall attitude for the crew in the relationship to the department and the general public. The captain's most important duty is providing appropriate leadership to his or her crew and sending them home to their families at the end of each shift. Being promoted to the position of captain is an accomplishment that requires a rigorous promotional testing process that challenges each and every applicant to prove their knowledge, as well as to test each applicant's understanding of the position. You will also fill the role of battalion chief in their absence. Our first captain to be promoted today is Dan Higginson. Driver engineer Dan Higginson is being promoted to captain. He has served with the Springfield Fire Department for 19 years. He currently is on the hazmat and dive team. Dan has a bachelor's in psychology from Eastern Illinois University. He is married to his wife Tiffany for 25 years and they have 3 children, Brendan, Clay, and Allison. Dan is the son of Marvin and Kathleen Higginson, and he will be pinned today by his brother, Springfield Fire Department Captain Joe Higginson. Come on up, Joe. Dan and Joe work together quite a bit, so I'm gonna make a prediction that anything that Dan does right, he's not gonna give Joe all the credit for, and everything he does wrong, he said that's how Joe showed me to do it. So, our second new captain is John Hughes. John Hughes is being promoted to captain. He has been with the Springfield Fire Department for 19 years. He's also a 4th generation of service with Chatham Fire Department. John is currently active on the tech team, the hazmat team, and the dive team. John graduated from Glenwood High School and studied at Lincoln Land and Millikan University. John is married to Tara for 29 years, and they have 4 children, Ashley, Carrie, Mitchell, and Zachary. And he is the proud papa to 4 grandchildren. He is the son of Gerald and Julie Hughes and Virgil and Diane Tinsley. John's mother, Diane, will be pinning him today. John's generally kind of a really prepared guy. I'm surprised there wasn't like a couple of dry runs with your mom before that. So. All right, our third new captain is Jason Washam. Jason has been with Springfield Fire Department for 16 years. He attended college at John A. Logan Junior College and the University of New Orleans. He holds a fire science degree from Lincoln Land. John was born and raised in Lincoln, Illinois, and played professional baseball for 3 years with the Milwaukee Brewers. He's married to Kara, and they have 3 children, Drew, Hadley, and Jax. He is the son of Robert and Joanne Washam. Jason's wife, Kara, and his children will be pinning him today. Jason knelt down there. I thought he might bust out a couple burpees for us. He's a big fan. So, Mark Ballinger was also supposed to be here today, but he wasn't able to make it. So, please join me in congratulating our new Springfield Fire Department captains. All right, that concludes our promotional ceremony today. Again, I would like to thank everybody in attendance, and Frank Lesko kind of popped in and popped out, and we want to thank him for allowing us to use this newly updated, and Misty Busher, our treasurer, is in the back as well. But we wanted to thank Frank for letting us use the newly updated area here for us that works out really great for us. I'd like to thank everyone in attendance and recognize Dan and John and Jason on their recent accomplishments. We expect great things from them. So thanks again, and enjoy the day. Feel free to come up and get some pictures or whatever you'd like. Thanks again. Have a good day.